What up? What up, y'all? Uncle Shady back here to finish up listening to Invincible by the producer. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Funny story. So, you guys have been telling me for years that there's a Hollywood Undead Reddit subreddit or something, and I've been I never really looked at it, but then the homie, what's the homie's name? I gotta give him a shout out. The homie. The homie, Joshua Woodward, hit me up and was like, hey, you should probably check out your subreddit. And there's a bunch of people talking about you, and I went and looked at it, and it was pretty funny. I was pretty shocked at how much. Well, it's weird because you guys come to my page and you guys on YouTube, you guys are always super cool, but there are a bunch of trolls in there talking shit. And it was pretty funny. I guess a lot of Hollywood Undead fans seem to have a problem with my politics or how I carry myself in my videos, which is pretty funny. But anyway, we'll get back to watching this. We're going to finish what's the second half of Deuce's best album, I guess, that he put out. And here we go. Wow. This is really, really, really pop punk sounding like Fat Records in the 90s. Almost sounds like No Effects or Good Riddance or something like that. Whoa. Who did that just sound like? Offspring. Offspring. That just sounded like Offspring. Let me hear that again. Oops. Did I just mess it up? Yeah. That sounded like Offspring to a T. Like, I don't even think I'm pretty good at like reproducing people's vocals, and I don't think I could have done a better job at sounding like Offspring as Aaron just did. That's crazy. Or almost Rise Against too at the same time. I think actually, now that I think about it, maybe you guys can what up, Andre? Maybe you guys can remember if I was doing a live stream before. I think we listened to this song and I was like really impressed because it's a total, like, it's a really good kind of poppy, emo, screamo-y kind of song. And it's not a song that Aaron would write on his own at all. No way. So, but we'll finish this up. And this is like not a way Aaron writes songs. So I think this must have been written for him because he doesn't like. You can hear him kind of struggling with the amount of lyrics. He doesn't usually sing this much or like sentence after sentence about the same subject. Aaron shit's kind of all over the place. But this doesn't sound like something he wrote at all. And sometimes people, sometimes you have good writers around me and they give you music and you're like, hey, we can do something with this. And it turns out to be good music. 9 out of 10 major label bands, get songs just given to them that they don't write. And there's nothing wrong with that. This just doesn't sound like a song Aaron produced or wrote the lyrics to. But maybe he did. I don't know. Yes, I absolutely can scream like I did back in the day. Yeah, there's like too much logic. These lyrics make too much sense for them to be Aaron's lyrics. A lot of lyrics. It's telling a novel's worth of a story here. Whoa. Wow, Aaron. Just trying to do some lows. This is a lot of lyrics. Holy crap. This isn't bad. There's just a ton of lyrics, and there's no there's not a ton of structure to the song. But I mean, clearly he's got some people around him that are musicians that have been in bands that sound like this or something. Because this is a way too well put together song, screamo song for Aaron. So many lyrics. Okay, this must be the chorus here. I can't. Is there footage of him playing this song live? Like, this is a long song with a lot of lyrics in it. And like, I don't remember Aaron having much stamina on stage. Especially with screams in it. God. Is this like 8 minutes long? Okay, yeah, he never performed any of these live. I'm not surprised. Like, I can't imagine him being able to even remember all these lyrics. This is clearly a studio song. I don't think he'd be able to pull off live. I mean, I definitely not now, but never performed anything. Yeah. Jeez, this is so long. That song could have been half as long and still been epic. Like, that was insanely long song. I don't know if you could even find a drummer that could play for that long. That's true. Yeah, these are some screamo kids he's playing music with, clearly. Which was probably a good move for him to do at this time. Because I know he was into rocking out a lot. So, like, getting some good, and of course, this era there was a lot of bands, screamo bands and stuff around. Um, so I doubt it was hard for him to find. But it's clearly a lot of outside influence on this music that didn't come from Aaron. This is like power metal. What? Oh yeah, and then he comes in and ruins it. 5 minutes that song, Jesus. Yeah, I agree. EDP's dead. It's just crazy. Yeah, I agree there with the whole. Because, I mean, that's what I said in the last live stream. Halfway through the second song, I was like, this is better than anything Hollywood Undead's put out, like, at least originality wise. And I mean, it's not original, but it's original. It's not. It doesn't sound exactly like Linkin Park, which a lot of Hollywood Undead does. Um, so I agree to you guys down there saying that this album could have probably was a better overall album, and it definitely sucks that it got shelved. I kind of see why it got shelved. And if Aaron was being a crazy person at the same time, like, I totally understand. Because this isn't like it's not it's not like a world changing album. It's pretty good for Aaron, but it's not like anything that's going to, like, I get where if the label made a decision not to put it out because they didn't think it was good enough, like, I kind of understand from a label's perspective. But but it's pretty good for Aaron. And you know, if you're comparing Aaron's solo stuff to Hollywood Undead, I'm surprised to see that this album is so good. And it's probably, you know, I could imagine if you spent a couple of years working on this album and it got shelved and then it got leaked and, you know, the whole thing was ruined. I'm sure that bummed out Aaron quite a bit. You know, and then considering where he is now, you know, probably had something to do with it. But I mean, you know, it's a pretty good so far. Like I said, none of these songs. I mean, did I fast forward through any of this stuff yet? I think maybe one song was just kind of whatever. But I mean, this is all. I'm surprised how good. Because, like I told you guys, the only thing I'd ever seen from Aaron solo was some live show, like his first live show he did from the first album he put out, or the first bunch of songs he put out, where he was just like on some stage and he was just screaming profanities and jumping around and yelling, and it was like really bad. So I never thought that he was able to put anything else out good. Because what I had heard was pretty terrible. Jarrell turned him back to Satan. What does that mean? Unless, you know, like I said, Aaron was probably the most Scientologist out of all of them. If Aaron... Yeah, I don't know why he would blame that on Jarrell, though. You would blame that on the record industry or the, you know, something like that, the music industry. Why he would blame that on to, if that's what he's talking about, I don't know. Aaron did a song with Ronnie Radke. I never heard that. I have not. I know I might have heard. What were you just asking? Pain on Swan Songs? Side B? No, I know. All I know about the Side B Swan Songs album is that I'm on that album and like 2 songs, and they didn't even put my name in it. They didn't say shit. They didn't thank me. They didn't do anything. I didn't get $1 from it. And I know for a fact my vocal tracks are on that album quite a bit. But I'll go. That'll actually probably the next one. I'll have to go through that B-sides album. I don't know if they re-recorded anything. I feel like they did, or they used the stuff from when we recorded at Universal with Dr. Dre's producers or something. But I'll have to go through that album next, probably, if that's what you guys want me to do. Oh, shit. I feel like this song's really similar to the last song. Not quite as many lyrics being smashed into a small amount of time, but it's a very similar song. Um, I know Aaron says that a lot of these songs, he calls it filler. I could see that already, kind of a little bit. These songs being very similar kind of dulls, kind of takes away from both songs. If you put two songs out that sound pretty similar, even if the first one was really good, when you hear the second one, it kind of takes away from the first one, and it's not really a good move when you're putting an album together. And again, I go back when you're dealing with a record label, and they hear a bunch of shit that sounds the same. That's this kind of music that's just like, okay, well, these are filler songs, and I guarantee Aaron says and calls these filler songs because the label called them filler, and he's irritated about the whole thing happening, and so he kind of, it's just filler. He's just repeating what the label said, probably, but it's true. If there are more songs that sound like that, then I'm going to see, then I'll understand even more what happened to this album. Because I feel like the first couple songs were pretty original, and then these two sound very similar, and there's not, because the first one was so goddamn long, it makes this one, it's just like, oh, Jesus. It's like if you go to a concert and there's like a bunch of bands you don't want to see, and then the band you want to see is at the end, you're just sitting through like band after band. It's like, it's kind of the same thing. It's just it's too much. Too much of the same thing. I like this chorus, though. I mean, that's probably the best vocals I've heard from Aaron ever. If he can do that live, of course. Like, obviously, you can fart into a can and make it sound good in the studio, So it's like, but I mean, that was the most listen toable. If I had heard this song in passing, if I wasn't really paying attention to it, I'd be surprised if you told me it was Aaron. But those were pretty good vocals on that chorus, and they don't really sound. It's not that whiny Aaron sound, if you know what I mean. I mean, post links if you guys want me to watch anything else after this. Oh shit, sorry. My speaker was up way too high. Sorry about that. Okay. Did that fix it? Is that better? No, he's not. Aaron doesn't know what anarchism is. He's not an anarchist. Okay, that's better. Cool. Deuce Nightmare Live is what I should watch next. I hope that's not something I've seen before. Seen some pretty horrible stuff. Yeah, this was the one I already listened to, huh? This is the one I already listened to. Yeah, so this album, the last half of this album all sounds the same. Like you could not. These are the last three songs are basically the same songs, just squished around a little bit with different lyrics. So I get now, the more I keep hearing songs like this, I understand why it got shelved. But simply from a major label record deal standpoint, because I have worked with major labels. I was working with major labels before I was in Hollywood Undead. I understand how they think, and it's not. It's not a bad album, and these songs aren't bad. They just sound too similar. And if it's going to be the last half of your album, it's just too much from a label standpoint. It's not interesting enough for them to put millions of dollars into and print up a bunch of DVDs or whatever. No, we were past DVDs at that point. But it's just labels have to spend money on albums to put them out, and if they aren't worth putting out, and then if the artist is acting a fool too, that'll even speed up that album going into the shelf. If they have, some goofy rock star who acts crazy and is causing problems all the time, they're not gonna want to push an album. And I get it now. I get it more now. Holy shit! Did someone just give me a super chat? Holy crap. That's my first super chat ever. Thank you, Pasquiola. Holy crap. Just got a question. You think anyone in Hollywood Undead tried reaching out to Deuce? I'm also guessing it's extremely too far-fetched to think y'all would drop one more song together just to end things on a good note for fans. I don't know if anyone from HU has reached out to him. If anyone would, it would be Jarrell, because they were the closest. I reached out to him. He did not respond to the message I sent him. I don't think that would be too far-fetched, but clearly there are more important things that need to be addressed before Aaron thinks about recording any new music. But I mean, that would be, how cool would that? I mean, it's almost like, as cheesy as it is, it's almost like that has to happen at some point with this band. That like they get, one, like once they decide they're done, they, do one big show or something in Hollywood and have everyone back, and like it would be insane, and it would probably sell out 5 times over with, how many Hollywood Undead fans there are in this world. I still come across people all the time. my Facebook. I have friends for years, and they'll hit me up on Facebook, and they'll be like, "I didn't know you were in Hollywood Undead," and I'm like, "I didn't even know you even knew who they were." No, Aaron's been saying in all these interviews and stuff that he's releasing new music and he might go on tour, might do a music video, but I highly doubt that's happening. Like, these aren't bad. Like I'm saying, these aren't bad songs. These choruses are great choruses. The songs are like too. Okay, this sound at this time, this must have been what? 2015? Oh, yeah, 2015 right there. 14, I was going to say 14, 15. So the whole emo thing was huge by this point. And this album is good, screamy, kind of emo, pop punky stuff, but this sound was kind of dead at this point. And then to have, half the songs kind of sound like they're all, it's almost like Aaron should have just mixed up the genres a lot more with this album instead of sticking to this screamo thing. I know he really liked the screamo thing. That's why he liked me. Being in the direction that I was always trying to push HU in. But he should have. This is like, I mean, his roots. I guess his roots are hip hop. It's goofy for me to even say that. I mean, it's not his roots, but Hollywood Undead was kind of a hip hop group, and then he did a hip hop thing, and this is just it's a different sound. And it's not like I don't think the fans would like this from him. It is a little bit alienating because it is just a bunch of emo songs that are super long and that have big breakdowns and screaming points. Big breakdowns with screaming and this singing parts. There's nice melodic parts, and that's cool. But I just keep harping on. I understand a little bit more why this got shelved. Not that it's a bad album. I'm very impressed. But it's clear that he was around a lot of people that were really talented at this time. I still can't believe I got a super chat. Holy crap. Thanks, guys. I gotta take a picture. Yeah, this is so screamo, this is very much of, the pre-2010 era. This sound was so huge, and there were so many bands that sound like this. Let's see what this one sounds like. What? You guys are kidding me with this super chat stuff. What the hell? You're making me blush. No, dude, I don't. It's totally cool. You don't have to send me anything. Thank you, DJ H, and thank you, JT. HU has 31 songs about selling their souls. Really? Well, okay. I might be able to elaborate on that. So, as I've said before, Hollywood Undead are deep. Their families are deep in LA Scientology mafia. You know, like so Hollywood Undead. You know, as I've said before, Scientologists aren't supposed to do drugs. They're supposed to be, you know, doing a lot with the church and donating a lot of their money from the church, which I know they're doing. And they're supposed to be living their lives by this strict rules that this L. Ron Hubbard guy invented out of thin air. And so clearly, Hollywood Undead was them selling their soul to be rich or to be famous, or, you know, just like anyone. It's a classic example of a definition of people selling out on what they believe in or what they were raised believing in order to, you know, go chase money and bitches and power and glory and fame and all that stuff. So I'm not surprised they use that term a lot, or that's the subject matter that they're writing about, because they used to all be, you know, good young boys, good young Scientologist boys. And now I know they're all partying and doing drugs and, you know, who knows what else. So I don't see that. I'm not surprised that their guilty consciences are showing up in the lyrics. That's a lot of songs, though, to write on that subject. So let's get back on this. Uh-oh. I missed a bunch. No, that was that last song. Yeah, like, that chorus is cool. Okay. This sounds like a metalcore album. Yeah, the chorus on "Look at Me Now" is pretty hooky. Like, I think I reviewed that video, and that song, that chorus was stuck in my head for weeks. It was driving me absolutely crazy. You don't know what it's like being me and having Aaron's voice stuck in your head. It seems like people like either the first half of this album or the second half. I've seen a lot of people saying either or. It's almost like it's two different albums. Banana? Uh, Yo, Shady, do you think HU will ever bring back masks? I don't know. When I was in the band, we were wearing masks 24/7, and it was a rule that I put in place because, they aren't the best looking dudes. Fucking super chats. I just got monetized last week, so I've never even had a super chat, so that was just crazy. Yeah, these songs are way too long, Aaron. Jesus. It's so funny because, like, I had every song Aaron made, I was like, dude, this is way too long. Like, holy crap. And he just put in twice as many choruses and verses as there needs to be. And then this is it just sounds like it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I could see if you're into like the more metalcore kind of screamo tip, you'd like these songs better than the first few, because the first few were kind of had a little bit different vibe to them. But this is way too long. Holy crap. I hit up Aaron last month and he didn't write me back, so I don't know. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh. Well, I love Opus, but I don't want to hear Aaron scream or yell for 10 minutes straight in every song. The Phantom was just some homie that used to hang out, some friend of Jarrell's. No, they weren't really kissing. Although it does look very sus. Okay, so this song sounds a little different, but we're gonna have to hear the chorus. He's using some yeah, that's what I was saying, Kevin. Super Offspring. Mayhem's dope. I'm old school metalhead for sure. Before I die, I'll put out music again. Trust me. It just hasn't been the right time. Me and my girlfriend been playing music though. This song's a lot more commercial. This could be, on MTV or something. I mean, not why I'm saying MTV, but this is a pretty commercial song. You could hear it on K-Rock or something. Woo! Those were weird screams. Of course I like Slipknot. Holy crap. I didn't have a verse on Undead, but I did the screams for it. Behemoth sick. Mastodon sick. Yeah, that was a fun interview. You gotta hit them up. I interviewed with them for 3 hours, and he put out like a 20-minute video. So you should bug him to cut up some more of it, because there's still a lot more good stuff in there. He cut the shit out of that video. Yeah, no way he could do that shit live. I was in a Trivium music video, I think. Where are you from, Kenny? Big Deuce. Welcome to the Big Deuce show. Is that what he said? I love when Aaron calls himself Big Deuce. He's like 90 pounds. How many of you guys seen my original 2 videos about what happened with Aaron? Wait a minute. I remember something about Broken Side. Wait a minute. I remember something about that. Damn. I don't know, Smooth Gorilla, but I recall, because we were friends with those guys. I was especially friends with those guys. I hung out with the singer several times. Whenever he'd come through town, I'd go see those dudes. And I remember something there. That might actually be true. I might have actually sent them a vocal track for a song of theirs. That was a long time ago, and I am very foggy on that. But try and figure that out for me, because that would be kind of funny to have. 160 pounds. That's not that bad. Well, he's chubby. He's like skinny fat now. I'm going to talk about like back in the day. He was like 80 pounds. Yeah, he's chubster now. It's all that food you guys have been paying for him. Reactive Broken Side. Oh God. There are a few old some goofy old videos from MySpace days. I definitely need to pull up and react to. Um, oh my god! Yeah, this whole album sounds. This is just too much emo, and two similar sounding emo songs. That is why this album got. And if Aaron was being a douchebag too at the same time with the label, then I'm not surprised that this got shelved. No, Broken Side was never good. What? Okay, so what's this is just oh. Oh my god. No. I can't believe that was like 7 songs in a row that sounded the same. The first couple songs were okay, so what's this live video I have to watch? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't know. That album had a lot of potential, but the last half of it's kind of, it's definitely it could have been a really good EP. That's what I'm going to say about it. If it was like 5 songs, it could have been banging. But that was just way fucking too much. Let me see. Versus singles. Deuce, are you ready to reaction? Shady where I drop the mess. This instrumentals are pretty good on us. Let me see. Here's my favorite. So live Nightmare. Is that what you guys were saying? Nightmare live. Okay. Hollywood Undead mass tier list. Yeah, I don't. I'm not like obsessed with the band or anything. I'm not like, it's just you guys have asked me questions for years, and I'm just answering the questions. I'm not like I know a lot about the band. I'm not like, I don't know what their masks from year to year look like or anything like that. My mask was the best anyway. You could see everyone copying me with it these days. Okay, so Deuce live Nightmare in Moscow. Is that what you're saying? Which one of these? Is it any of them? Oh my god, this is cringy as fuck.
We got a reader. I go by the name of Gadget. Deuce. Motherfucking musical what? This is a brand new song off our new album coming this summer. Are you guys ready to buy this shit this summer in Russia? You guys ready to get this shit or what? Yeah, they're ready for it. Good, good, good. This is brand new. First time we're playing it in Mother Russia.
Okay, I can't hear that chorus again or else it'll get stuck in my head. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But I mean, at least he's singing with auto-tuner and not singing to a full vocal track like he used to. I'm sure he still does that, or he still did that during that time. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, let's see what's going on in here. Yeah, he loses his voice very quickly. Wait till the next chorus, and he has. Oh, okay. Let me go back. I can't hear that. Oh, I can't hear that again. It's gonna stick in my head. This one's remastered. It might have better sound.
This motherfucker upside down, Russia!
That might. Oh wow, that was just a vocal track. That's for sure. Oh no. Oh no, Aaron.
This shit or what? This summer, are you guys ready to buy anywhere?
Guitar player's dope. That kid shreds, and the drummer. Why does Aaron have a hype man? Oh, is that the guy that he got kicked out of HU because he like wanted a hype man and he wanted the band to pay for his hype man? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, Aaron. What are you pointing at? Who are you pointing at? Do you guys know who he's pointing at? Oh my god, this is painful. Oh. Crowd looks like they're about to go to sleep. All right. I don't want to get that song stuck in my head too much. Anyway, yeah, that was really bad. Oh, he's pointing at me. No. I will I'll probably do what was the other one that I said earlier that I was going to do next? It was the whole album of something. But I'll be putting out some more stuff this week. Thank you guys who dropped me super chats. That was really cool. I will talk to you guys later. Peace. Uncle Shady out.